JA Oil Company stands tall as a trusted name in energy, keeping the Gambia moving with service stations across the country and a commitment to innovation and reliability. In Farafenni, JA Group is reshaping our industrial landscape. The JA Oil Cement Factory can produce up to 100,000 bags a day, reducing imports, creating jobs, and building a stronger Gambia brick by brick. And in the heart of the Central River region, JA Farming Initiative is cultivating food security. With thousands of hectares under development and modern irrigation, JA Farming is turning the Gambia's soil into abundance. JA Group is more than a company. It is a vision of self-sufficiency, resilience, and progress. The JA Group of companies, investing in industry, agriculture, and energy, building the Gambia's future today.
In the Gambia, we all move to different paces. Time is money, convenience is power, and now both are in your hands. No more long lines, no more late payments, no more missed chances, not anymore. Because now the Gambia has its own super app, Zap. One app, one tap, endless convenience. Send money instantly, pay your bills in seconds, shop without borders, pay your rides, order your meal, buy your ticket, deposit and withdraw money for absolutely free. No extra charges, no hidden fees, only on Zap Super App. This is not just convenience. This is confidence. This is the future in your hands. And the best part, Zap is born right here. Built for us, designed for every Gambian home, every Gambian dream. So don't wait in the past. Step into the future. Download Zap today on App Store and Play Store and enjoy endless free services. Call us today on our toll-free number 1666 or on 260-0001. Zap. All in one. All for you. Tap in. Zap in.
If the world hasn't stopped moving, your money shouldn't slow you down. With Bloombank Africa, you are always connected, wherever, whenever, in many ways than one. So whether you're sending funds to family, paying for goods and services, settling bills, or just making sure you've got some cash at hand, Bloombank puts speed, simplicity, and security in the palm of your hand. Transfer funds between your Wave or AfriMoney account and your Bloombank account anytime, anywhere, because your money should flow at the pace of your life. Visit your nearest Bloombank branch today to link your account. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen.
Santa Yalla.
Lekar, util wif, nga scan, nga fay, nak doo ci yokku dara.
Now, the NAMI Foundation has honored the Gambia's most outstanding 2026 Best Teacher Award. The ceremony, held in partnership with the Ministry of Basic and Secondary Education and the MRC Holland Foundation, marked the third edition of the annual prize, which celebrates excellence and dedication among Gambian teachers. Senior government officials, including Vice President Mahamadou B.S. Jallow, joined education ministers and members of the teaching community to witness the event. Organizers say the initiative comes at a time when many educators feel under-recognized, aiming to restore pride and value in the profession. All regional winners received $50,000, while the national laureate was awarded $100,000. This year's National Best Teacher is Seedia Kebbeh of Soma Upper and Senior Secondary School in Region 4, who also received a scholarship promise from MOPSE to study at any university of his choice. Well, I am glad to say that after the glitz, glamour, and applause of last night's award ceremony, he joins me in the studio with his trophy, but not the 100,000 check. Welcome to Coffee Time, Mr. Kebbeh, and congratulations on the award.
Thank you very much. We're pleased.
Let's begin with your journey as a teacher. Before this moment of recognition, what path, experiences, or turning points shaped your journey into the classroom and defined the teacher you have become today?
Well, to start with, good morning, Gambia, and good morning to everyone here present out there listening to us. And again, thank you so very much for having me here today to share at least a little part of our journey towards who we becoming in this life today. And it all started back then when we were still school-going children. I could remember me so very vividly back then. Having born, raised in the provincial Gambia has not been anything easier than we could thought of it. And again, we attended schools, but all of a sudden, when we, cutting long story, kind of saw, when we are at grade 9, this is where a whole challenge began down for us, because my father, who had been there for us, got to be very sick, and he was in sick bed and could not be able to do anything for us. So imagine at that childhood time, have to be the firstborn of the family. School is one side, have to take care of that because my siblings were so very young at the time. And as we were approaching the exams, God took him from us, and he answered the call of God. May Allah's mercy be with him.
Amen.
And there henceforth, it was even more difficult for me, because at the time I would took him to be my inspiration and be like, I would one time make you proud. But then he is normal and have to be in that helter-skelter situation. And though we have one old lady around us, Madam Kumba Jallo, who spoke to me, and again trying to remind me, because at some point it went to a point that I nearly want to quit school, because I would be like, if my father want to be, is the person that I want to make succeed in life, and of course if he is normal, why am I still going to go to school? But then thank God her statement carried weight, and of course I have to continue. And then you could see mom being the heroine at home, so you have to go to the market, be a market vendor, thereby pay our school, actually give us lunch, and other basic things that we would also need, and at the same time take care of the family. So it all went this way until at that exams in grade 9. Imagine I graduated with aggregate 37, because at the time could not have the necessary supports I would need to. And again, when we went down to senior school, my mom could not allow me to go to any other school. She would want me to stay. Of course, when she is there with me, at least that is a comfort to her heart at some point. So we stayed, attended senior school at Soma Senior Secondary School. And again, during our grade 12, this is where a purpose have to begin for us. A teacher of nowhere that I knew, I only met him in our school back then in 2015 when we were grade 10. In our last year in school, he picked us, some of us from the school, and took us to his house. Remember, he was renting, and this goes by name Mr. Lamin Dimbaland. He gathered us in his house. He take care of every single thing that we would need, and of course make sure we have intensive help when it comes to classes. And of course, after exams, we were able to manage and graduate with 7 credits.
Wow.
So in that
is amazing.
Thank you so much. So in that, at least something changed. So that has been the main turning point for me. When I walked into the Gambia College, I was like, I have to give back to my community. And if there is anything I must do to be grateful to his help on me, what he did for me is just less. I want to do more than he does for us. And of course, went down. At that night, I took a promise with me that I am going to go to college. And all of my teaching practice, the first 2 of them, I'm going to do it at my school. After which, I would still make sure I'm posted back to my community to change the life of my children, my own siblings out there. So God made it work for us. After starting college, the first teaching practice, when they post into our art, it was so much upper for us. And at the time, I could hear me being, we were the first batch of the school in 2018 when we graduated. So there were a lot of children coming on, and the principal every time would want to use us as that example to the student. You see, Kebbeh was here one time with you, just a few years later, and here he is as a teacher again, and that keeps many people moving. And during this time, in my first teaching practice, 2019, I met some group of students in their grade 7, and these were just not any normal students. They were just so wonderful with school. You could see them having the passion of education at such a young age, and all they need is guidance. At the time I was a student at college, but then what I did was, I'm gonna start. So I started gathering them. I picked 5 of them initially, but then, you know, students are envy towards one another when they see something coming. So more would want to join, more would want to go, and we go until to a point we have 12 of them, and they were all boys anyway. So the 12 stayed with us. We trained them. Even when I have to leave college or home and get down to college, when the teaching practice is done, I will give my key to them. When they will come to my house, stay down there with mom and the kids, have their studies. When they are done, close the door, leave the key back home, and move on to attend school. So that happened until after graduation in 2021. I tend to finally get posted at Soma, because even before I got posted, I was teaching at the school already, because I started teaching when I was still going to school in grade 12. So then I would go to school in the morning, attend my classes, later in the afternoon come back for the afternoon shift, those that were in grade 10, to be able to share some little things that we do. That helped too, because it serves as a sense of revision for us in preparation for us. So when we come back, we find these young boys now. We have to be together with them at the college after graduating or after finishing the exams. Before attestations were out, it took us some little more time. So, but then I do not stay back. I went to the school straight, and of course, before the attestations were coming in, I was given a full loaded class, of course, and of course with a class register. So when the attestation came, the principal was like, "Just go pick your attestation." And about my posting, that is the only thing I think I know about. Or leaving to collect my attestation, take it to the school authorities, and there it ends. So he picked it to the regional office. I was only there one time playing volleyball with the kids, and principal came and said, "Go to the regional office, your memo is there, collect it." I was like, wow, so fast. So finally it's here. He said yes. So I went in as a science teacher, because at the time, the science teachers down at the school was so more than populated. But then we only have 2 science teachers at the time. And one was already on studies, so it was a challenge. But thank God, today we are not talking about those as challenges. So the first thing that we try to make any changes, that would have to be these studies. And of course, get what? Those boys, when they've graduated, 2 of them scored aggregate 8. And another 2 would go for 9, others would go for 12. So like their results following, and of course no one of them have one single digit for their own. Like your result would have to be a copy of another person's result. So when that was done, we were recognized at the school anyway, and of course that spoke so much high of us. So parents around the area built trust in us. So each time, each time it's about examination classes, they would even have to call. I want my child to come to your house of studies. I want to do this. And we do this asking for nothing. But the only thing is, we want to make sure what my teacher does for me, I want to do more than he does, or that he did for us anyway. So doing that, and each other year, it keeps on moving on, it keeps on increasing. If to today, we still have students. While I am here, they are still at home. I've been attending to those classes, and that helped
the journey continue, or as it is widely said, the struggle continues.
Definitely.
Very extensive explanation there, Mr. Kebbeh. I'd like to say, or ask, what did it feel, or how did it feel like, hearing your name announced as Teacher of the Year last night?
It was like a little shutdown for a while, because everyone, I think, would have to stop working. The world just stopped rolling for a while. And of course, emotions would have to pick us over before anything could happen. Because though whatever you do, we want to do this for the sake of God. And of course, God pay us back at some point. And again, it first started when we were announced as regional champion. In fact, I was aware of this application 2 days to the deadline. I was aware of it on the 3rd of December, and I submitted my application on the very last day. That was on the 5th of December. It falls on a Friday.
Amazing.
So I couldn't be able to get to know of it more. Because the whole of my time usually, school, home. This is why I have to run more on. And of course, when it came, I got persuaded, advised to go on. And of course, I later applied. And of course, it turned to be in our favor at the regional level. We were happy. So coming downwards to national level, I was like, already as a regional champ, I think I am cool. Because that recognition alone has something for us. But God is saying, no, your story is not yet completed. And when Mr. Ndur was to announce, though every one of us down there was going to see who is it, who it's not going to be, that feeling out there, how it was going to go. But when it was me, like, everything just went black for a while.
Yeah.
The world has shut down for a while. Then
So many things going on at the same time.
Definitely, it was so much incredible down there.
What was the first thought that crossed your mind when you stepped onto that stage?
Well, when I stepped onto the stage, first thing I remembered was a prayer that my ex-12 principal gave me, Mr. Musa Sane. After winning the regional championship, I went to him to search for his advice. After he gave the advice, he told me, well, there is but one thing I am praying for, that is, his wish is, he would want me to be the national champion. After being the national champion, want to see me being interviewed by national television. And this first speech I was going to make to the world to get to know the world, who actually we are. That was his anticipation. So when I stood on the stage, the first thing that God put in my head was exactly that statement.
Recollection of that
Exactly.
statement.
And I couldn't do anything than to dedicate that entire speech to him. And interestingly, he was amidst the audience.
Wow.
And that was so cool for him anyway.
I'm sure that was a beautiful moment for you. Now,
Sure.
the Teacher Prize celebrates excellence. But what does excellence in teaching mean for you personally?
Well, every teacher out there is an excellent educator. It's just that we have different approaches and different ways to the life or to the impacts we cause into these children. Well, excellency in the field of education have to be in few areas, because we understand education cannot be done in only one dimension. Students' life matter, teachers matter, parents matter, the community and every other person involved. But then having a best connection with your students is actually one thing that every single teacher needs to aspire to get. You see, these students that will come to our schools, some of them are walking through burning hell that they could not be able to trust the entire world to talk about. So sometimes your relationship with them, students will see you out of many, trust you enough to corner you aside and tell you that this is what I'm going through health-wise, or this is what I'm going through from family side, or this is what I'm going through from my society, or this is the challenge my educational system is facing. So each time students come to me with their challenges, I'd be like, that is one step ahead again. Because now, out of so many people, I am trusted to be handling their issues like this. And that confidence keep on inspiring me to do even more for them, because their connection actually helps us a lot. You walk to class, you see a particular child who might be with you physically, but mentally very far from you. And if you could not be able to know what actually is it that they're going through, sometimes your lesson doesn't even make any sense to them. You teach, and teach again, but little does it change anything from their side. But when you're able to connect their emotions to you, anything you tell them, they will definitely listen to you.
That's true.
And when they listen to you, your sense of excellency actually have to move on. And that builds more trust with you and their parents.
What challenges would you say Gambian teachers face today, and how can they be overcome?
The challenges that we face are numerous, but I would want to limit myself to a few in response to time. One is technological involvement in the field of education. Well, as scientists, we would believe to say evolution carry a lot of hope when it comes to our life. And in human, as we evolve, human nature keeps on evolving. We also expect the systems to also evolve. And the 21st century comes with it few things that we need to adopt as young teachers. This goes in hand to be creativity, this goes in hand to be practicalizations, and that goes in hand with the involvement of technology in the educational sector. Because with technology now, a lot is made easy. And many schools are challenged because of inadequate access to technological advancements in their various school locations. Taking my school as an example, then it used to be a very good school. Of course, it is up to now. But again, when technological tools are implemented in the school now, in my science lab, in our lab, when we had to present down there, you would have animation of every other system that we have, that we want to talk about, if it have to be biology. Again, the chemicals, when it comes to chemistry and other things in physics, also would have to matter. So here, what does this help the system? It helps the learners to be learning by doing it. So you are learning something. Yeah, practical, exactly. You are learning it, you are seeing it, and it is still making that difference in your own life. And thereby recalling become easier for
you retain more when you
Exactly.
learn if you are able to participate in it.
Definitely, because now it has to be your own show. Because when I have to be talking to you all the time, theoretically, with little or no practicals down there, you're bored, right? And again, if that happens to them, the sense of the education is gone. So technology is a challenge to some other side. And secondly, our curriculum. If I am in any cases have to give out an advice to those that believe, I would actually need to say this out. Though the teaching curriculum that we have for now is very good, very, very good. But again, we want it to be even more than this. Let it be a curriculum that captures skills education. We understand children are blessed differently. Others are blessed in terms of the book and the pen, but others also are embedded with some other potentials that might not be unlocked using the book and the pen. So if there is a change in the curriculum, whereas children have to be trained on skills since right at the onset when they were at that grassroots level. And again, having them trained on that skills, of course, let's say the advocacy on TVET, right? The vocational education. You tend to see they will come to a time, they're going to be an own architect of their own site. So even though when they graduate, they might not be able to get into the offices, but again, if I graduate having carried the skill of a carpenter, I can be an entrepreneur and be able to employ somebody. If somebody graduates as a welderman, having the knowledge on it from the theoretical concept, demonstrating it in the practical aspect, of course they can be able to employ some other people, even in their own businesses. So thereby, the rate of unemployment would be reduced, the rate of dependency ratios also would have to go down. So if the Honorable Minister and anybody involved could help us revisit these curriculums that we have, that would really help the system. For it is a challenge.
What do you hope this award will achieve for you, your school, and your students?
Well, dedicating it to my students, they own it before we do so. Well, it has already come with it so much recognition for us, and we are grateful to whatever is it that it has brought to us. And today, our school name is being raised to another level. Thereby, the whole world, even some of us that are found within here, some that are found within here might not know where Soma is, but at least now you could be able to hear the name Soma, and of course where it might be located in the heart of the country, that is in LRR. So the award is actually a recognition of excellence to our school, because every principal and every other community would want to see the best coming out from their own side. So if my students are watching, of course, are seeing, listening to me, their teacher is speaking as a recipient of the National Teacher Award, that is more than a plus to them, isn't it? And again, this would have to not to be anything like an ending point for us, but just say a fuel to what we are doing, a fuel to enable us do even more in whatever is it that we are doing. So yes, it's a recognition that actually worth celebrating to us.
Mr. Kebbeh, thank you very much for your time this morning. It's been a pleasure talking to you.
It's a pleasure.
Once again, congratulations on winning the award.
Jar Oil Company stands tall as a trusted name in energy, keeping the Gambia moving with service stations across the country and a commitment to innovation and reliability. In Farafenni, Jar Group is reshaping our industrial landscape. The Jar Oil Cement Factory can produce up to 100,000 bags a day, reducing imports, creating jobs, and building a stronger Gambia brick by brick. And in the heart of the Central River region, Jar Farming Initiative is cultivating food security. With thousands of hectares under development and modern irrigation, Jar Farming is turning the Gambia's soil into abundance. Jar Group is more than a company. It is a vision of self-sufficiency, resilience, and progress. The JAR Group of companies, investing in industry, agriculture, and energy, building the Gambia's future today.
In the Gambia, we all move to different paces. Time is money, convenience is power, and now both are in your hands. No more long lines, no more late payments, no more missed chances, not anymore. Because now the Gambia has its own super app, Zap. One app, one tap, endless convenience. Send money instantly, pay your bills in seconds, shop without borders, pay your rides, order your meal, buy your ticket, deposit and withdraw money for absolutely free. No extra charges, no hidden fees, only on Zap Super App. This is not just convenience. This is confidence. This is the future in your hands. And the best part, Zap is born right here. Built for us, designed for every Gambian home, every Gambian dream. So don't wait in the past. Step into the future. Download Zap today on App Store and Play Store and enjoy endless free services. Call us today on our toll-free number 1666 or on 260-0001. Zap, all in one, all for you. Tap in, zap in.
If the world hasn't stopped moving, your money shouldn't slow you down. With Bloombank Africa, you are always connected, wherever, whenever, in many ways than one. So whether you're sending funds to family, paying for goods and services, settling bills, or just making sure you've got some cash at hand, Bloombank puts speed, simplicity, and security in the palm of your hand. Transfer funds between your Wave or AfriMoney account and your Bloombank account anytime, anywhere, because your money should flow at the pace of your life. Visit your nearest Bloombank branch today to link your account. Bloombank Africa. We make it happen.
sant yàlla. looy xaar utal Wave nga scan nga fay nag doo ci yokku dara.